Live. We are going to record. We wanted to invite you to join in on our Buzz Neighbors in Needs interview that we're doing with Angelo,
Hello.
who is often on Facebook Live with us in the morning during Spezzano and Sandy. So please feel free to comment with anything that, any questions that you have or whatever. Angelo can see all your comments, so he'll. Okay. You ready?
All set.
Hello, thank you for joining me again today. I'm Sandy Waters, and in the studio with me today, a good friend of ours. You've been in several times, Angelo Colazzo from the AllyShape Project, AllyShapeProject.org. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you for having me back again.
Okay, so AllyShape Project, first, there's a big raffle that's going on. And you guys often do a lot of raffles. If you go to the website, AllyShapeProject.org, you'll see there's even a tab for the raffles that you have.
Yes.
The current raffle, if you're interested in a guitar, if you're interested in, what else is on there?
There's a keyboard, a Yamaha keyboard, a ukulele from Luna, and Stag bongos.
Okay, wonderful. If you want any of those musical instruments, you got to buy a raffle ticket. But first, let's learn a little bit about the AllyShape Project. And this has been in existence for how long now?
We're actually in our 8th year now.
8 years?
Yes.
Angelo, it was probably close to 8 years ago when we first met, or soon after, right?
Yeah,
when
soon after,
when
yes.
you guys first started. Wow, 8 years. Okay, so where did it start? AllyShape is close to your heart, and there's a reason why you started this, and it's for OI, which is a bone disorder, right?
Yes, it's a rare genetic bone disorder or disease called Osteogenesis Imperfecta, where a person's bones are pretty fragile. They're basically almost like chalk. They break really easily. There's like 9 different types. Type 2 is the most fatal. Unfortunately, that's what Alle was born with.
Okay. Now, your daughter, Alle, how long did she live? When she was born, did you know that she was going to be born with OI?
No, we didn't know. We just knew at our 20-week ultrasound, the doctor called us like 11:15 at night, saying that he's noticed that Alle's arms and legs were growing shorter than the rest of her body. They were at 16 weeks, and her rest of her body was at 20. We came back for another ultrasound just to make sure it wasn't a mismeasurement, and it was confirmed. And we kept going back for ultrasounds every 2 weeks. She was growing, but her arms and legs never caught up with her. And they kept saying, well, we think she has this. And every 2 weeks we saw a different doctor. So we always got a different diagnosis every 2 weeks. But OI was never, ever mentioned until the day that she was born.
Wow. Now, at that time, this was 8 years ago now. This almost seems in the medical world forever ago. Has it come a long way? Are doctors being more aware of this?
You would think so. I'm big into, I follow the OI community on Facebook and other pages, and a lot of people are still having issues with doctors. Believe it or not, a lot of people will get turned away from doctors because the doctors don't know how to handle them. So they have a hard time trying to find doctors or trying to find coverage, and a lot of insurance companies would not cover some people with OI.
Oh, see, now that's a whole other issue. We'll have to bring you in for that. We need somebody who's well-versed in the insurance world to help navigate that. But, okay, so OI is a rare bone disease, but it's on a spectrum, right? Not everybody deals with OI the same way or the severity of it, correct?
Yeah, it's a very frustrating disease because, like I said, there's 9 different types. Some, like type 1 is the least severe.
Okay.
2 people can have type 1, but yet their breaks or experiences will be a lot different. Some person may have like a very few breaks with type 1. Some people may have many breaks with type 1. There are some people who have type 1 that they run marathons, they play sports, but other people that can't. And there's another aspect of it too. There's a lot of pain involved in with OI. That there's people just know, they hear OI if they know about it, they just think fragile bones. But there's a lot of pain and other kind of stuff that people go through. It's like that invisible disease when you see somebody park in a handicapped spot and they're walking perfectly. Sometimes people with OI, people think they are faking it, but they just don't see the inside.
Okay, and that's what a big concern is for the little kids who have OI that have been undiagnosed, right?
Yes. If something they don't look for, person births the baby, they take the baby home. The baby breaks very easily by just doing everything you should be doing. They take the baby back to the ER. Like I said, if there's no suspected case of OI, the hospital will call CPS. They can be investigated, and they will take the kids out of the home because the baby's breaking, and the parents saying they're not doing it, but yet here's a baby that's breaking all the time. So, and then you have to try to find why your baby breaking. If you don't know OI, it could be like years before you get your kids back.
Now we're on Facebook Live too. If you'd like to join us, and if you have any questions for Angelo, please feel free. He's you can pull up Facebook Live over there, Angelo, and see all the comments that are coming in. But when this first happened, when the doctor first told you about Alle, saying, "Okay, this is we finally figured it out. This is what it is," and you feel like you and your wife Kim probably felt like alone because it took so long to even figure out this diagnosis. The more and more you did research, was there other people that started to raise their hand and say, "Oh my gosh, yes, that's us too"?
Not really. It was a friend of ours who found out about the OI Foundation.
Okay.
And then our pediatrician that we picked came in one day with a pamphlet of information about them. But we never really knew about anybody else who have OI until the day we did our first fundraiser walk.
Okay.
And then that's when we had our first TV interview, and then we got a call from somebody. I believe it was the brother of your next door neighbor, called us and thanked us for doing this because he said he never heard any fundraiser or anything or anybody advocating for OI in this area.
So is that kind of what motivated you to create the AllyShape Project and continue?
Just to be totally honest, we were just going to do the first one, just to raise awareness, but it was such a great hit. We raised a lot of money that very first one. The OI Foundation even called us and said, "You raise more money than some of the bigger cities when they do their events." Wow. And then people said, like, "When are you going to do the next one? We're going to do the next one." So we just like, okay. And then it just kind of snowballed and took a life of its own. Yep. We're going strong. And so far, we have raised close to $60,000. Wow. And all that money goes to the OI Foundation. We don't keep anything. And for the AllyShape Project, one of the things that we do is we send, next month will be 2 years we've been doing this. We send out little care packages to kids all over the world, with OI. If their parents will email us or family members will email us and say, our son or cousin or grandchild has OI and had a break and they need a cheer up. So we'll send a little, what we call snuggle buddies, little stuffed animals, and I put little surprises in there too for them. And we will send them off. And that part we do all on our own. We do with our own money. And everything that we do for the past 8 years, like to pay for the places for our raffles, and sometimes we buy some raffle prizes, we all do our own money. And it's kind of come back to bite us in the butt. But, we're surviving a little bit right now, but it's all for a good cause. Well,
see, that's what it is, and that's why we bring you in today as well. Is to spread the word. So we're going to keep this interview on our Facebook page, the Buzz Facebook page. So if you want to go seek it out and click and share, we'll also have this interview on the podcast, and of course it's airing now. And if you don't mind just sharing the word about the AllyShape Project, just to help Angelo and his wife, Kim, to fundraise. And are you accepting stuffed animal donations but new stuffed animals, right? Because these are going out
they're new, but right now I feel funny because I have a lot of people ask us, do you want us to donate? We have these, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I feel funny saying no, because right now we have 10 totes at home in our garage teeming filled with them.
Oh, good. Well, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, a bank called UMB Bank out in Kansas City, donated them.
Really?
Yeah, one of the associates on the Facebook page saw what we do with our Snuggle Buddy program, and she has OI. And she goes, when she was a child and she was in the hospital for surgeries or when she had a break, when she got a stuffed animal, made her feel good, and she loved what we were doing. So she contacted her superiors, and they said, sure. And they did I don't want to say like a fundraiser. They did like kind of like a fundraiser for the Snuggle Buddies. And she said, well, cool. We had like over 1,200 of them. We already had 200 to start with. Aww. And then the next, like a few weeks later, we had like 18 boxes delivered to her house.
is remarkable.
Yes.
That is remarkable.
So when
That's
people tell me
awesome.
they have something
Okay.
to donate, I'm like, I feel funny saying that, but we have no place to store them right now.
Okay, so right now then your need is money.
We could use money
because
for
you
help
gotta-
for postage, yes.
Okay, so let's raise some money, and the perfect way to do so in Allie's memory is to take advantage of some raffle items. I mean, if you want to donate, please just donate to Angelo and his wife Kim, because there are a lot of wonderful things you do. But the raffle items.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. Congratulations, first off,
Thank you.
because these musical instruments that you're raffling off on AllyShapeProject.org, and it's ALLESHEA project.org. These musical instruments came from a contest that you won.
Yes. Quickfill was having, around the Christmas time, their Salma Christmas sweepstakes. I entered, and like a month and a half, 2 months later, I got an email saying I won. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
How did you enter? Did you say anything about the AllyShape project?
No,
or was it
actually,
just
it's just one of those things where you just like the page, and then you
Yeah.
just fill out the form, and then that's it.
Oh.
So
And now you have all these instruments in your garage with the totes, with the stuffed animals. So how much are raffle tickets? And for the value of these instruments, it's minimal.
Yeah, the guitar and the keyboard are the most expensive. So we're having like $15. I mean, that's not a bad price. $15 per item, because the guitar is like $1,100 guitar.
Wow,
It's
that's
a
nice
Takumi
guitar.
electric acoustic for the people out there who knows them, and it's a Yamaha keyboard, and that's $600. And we also have bongos and a ukulele, and we sell those raffle tickets for $10 each.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so right on the website is the easiest way, or what's the best way to get the money to you to get the
You
raffle
could go to our website, and there's a tab, and then you could PayPal us, and then leave a message in there saying what do you want it for, and which items you want, and I'll put it in there for you. And if you leave me, obviously your email address will be in there. And what I do, I take a picture of your raffle ticket, and I'll email it back to you with a thank you and a confirmation. So that way you know everything's legit, because I want everybody, I want everybody always to be on the up and up, because this is my daughter's name, and I don't want her name to be muddied by anything wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why I take it really personally. I make sure everything's on the up and up so people feel more secure and happy, because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there in the world.
Well,
right
I
now.
was just going to say in a way, that's kind of unfortunate that you really have to prove your sincerity and honesty in today's day and age. But you are, Angelo and his wife are truly sincere. And we're looking for, is there a goal as far as how many raffle tickets you're looking to sell, or just the more the merrier?
Well, I kind of set a limit of 70 tickets for each item, but it all depends on how the sales go. I mean, if I get like the guitar right now is the most popular item people are trying to reach to win. But if I have like a raff, I mean, if people hear this and they want to do more, I mean, I'll open it up some more until, hopefully to a point where I'm like, okay, this is good enough. I mean, how would you say what's good enough for raising money? But,
Yeah, right.
I don't want to drag it on too much, because people want to try to win. So I'm hoping by next week I will be able to pull the winners, and I'm going to do a Facebook Live on my personal Facebook page. So people, it's on and up and up.
Okay.
I most likely have my daughter pull it, because she will love that.
Oh my God, your daughter is so cute. Okay, so AllyShape Project, ALLESHEA project.org is the website you want to go to.
Yes.
Find out about the raffle tickets. Find out about OI. If you want to help out in any way, if you're a company who has, like that woman in, would you say Kansas?
Yeah.
Who had a connection to OI, the rare bone disease. And she got her company to invest and donate, which is wonderful. If you own a company or know anybody who can pull some strings to donate to the AllyShape Project, would be wonderful. But and if it's almost like a support group too that you've started, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I just recently found out one of the guys I used to play softball with many years ago contacted me. And he found out what I'm doing, and he said such a great thing. And he said, I don't know if you remember me. We played many, many years ago, and I kind of remember him. But he said, I have OI, and I never knew that. Like I was saying, he most likely has type 1, and like I said, you could do normal things, but you just got to be a little careful. But I never knew that. I was like, holy cow! It's like it's been around me for years, and I never knew that.
Is it genetics?
It is genetic, and in our case, it was just a freak gene mutation that they said. And
Okay.
the type of gene mutation that Alle had, it was the second reported case ever in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. How long did Alle live?
She lived for 5 weeks.
Okay.
And this is why it's so important to me, because I can't say enough about the staff of the NICU at Strong, the Gallup Children's Hospital. They were just wonderful, and some of them are still friends with us to this day. But when the day Alle was getting ready to leave, we didn't know what to do. So the palliative care nurse, she talked to us and said, like, what happened is her rib cage was so small that her lungs couldn't expel the CO2 gases. So she literally died from CO2 poisoning. So they said, basically, it's going to happen, and if you want to take her off, she's just going to basically fall asleep. It's just like when miners are trapped in a mine. They just fall asleep. She's not going to be any pain or anything like that. So we decided to do that, and then we were like, well, can we just have a family room because we don't want the beeps and the noise of the NICU being our last thing that we hear.
Yeah.
And they did one thing better. Said, it's a beautiful day out, and why don't you just take her outside? So we took her outside, and we sat in the sun for about an hour, and then she slowly passed away in our arms. And that's the day that we made the promise to her that,
No, I think we're all, yeah.
We made a promise that we will keep her fight alive, and I told her the only thing that will make me break my promise is the day that I leave this earth. So that's why I'm kind of really passionate about it, and I'm always posting about it on Facebook, and it just means the world to me. And then I'm just gonna. Part of me feels guilty because when she was pregnant, when Kim was pregnant with her, we used to talk to her, and I said, I'm going to protect you from the bad things in the world. And part of me feels like I failed in that job. Sorry.
Oh, Angelo.
Part of me felt like I failed in that, even though there was nothing I could have done. I just felt like I failed her at protecting her. So
she's protecting all of us now.
Yeah.
Because she's your little angel and all of our angels. Because look at how many lives you are touching. She's touching. Your wife Kim and your daughter are touching with this sad thing that happened in your life. So many people now are becoming aware. So if you can help Angelo and his wife and continue the story about Alle, and the pictures are on the website of Alle if you want to get to know the family a little bit more that way, AllyShapeProject.org. If you want to put in for that raffle, do it today. If you can do it today, the sooner the better. And it's right there. It's for the musical instruments, the guitar, the keyboard, the ukulele, the bongos. Yeah. Put in as many raffle tickets as you can. And then if you want to contribute or help AllyShape Project, sharing on Facebook is a way to help as well.
Yes.
So any little thing you can do, I'm sure, Angelo, you and your wife would appreciate.
Yeah, we don't have a budget for for like advertising or anything. So passing the word is like our best advocate right there for us. Mm. And if you go to the website, there's like other things that we have, upcoming events. We do have pictures and descriptions of the instruments, and you can find a lot of information up there. And then you will see our Snuggle Buddy program, and you'll see like a little video about it. And that's the one thing too that helps. It's like when I get emails back or pictures from the parents that ask for them, you say, "Oh, you made our day," and she's a lot happier. He's a lot happier now. You made him feel better. So that helps too, because I know that Alle is reaching out and her, like I said, keeping her fight alive, and she's helping other little kids like her. Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing this, and thank your wife as well.
I will.
AllyShapeProject.org. Thank you so much, Angelo.
Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Too far apart. Oh my God! Thank you for being so open and sharing that. All right, Facebook.